Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
Sarah Sanders' perfect response to faith-shaming journalist will leave every Christian in tears. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is famous for sticking up for President Trump against the media during her daily press briefings. She's known for her spunk, wit, and composure as she fields difficult questions from a host of journalists. Fewer people know that before each briefing she reads a devotion and says a prayer. Her faith is important to her, and this should not be too surprising, as Sanders' father, Mike Huckabee, was a pastor. The New York Times evidently could not understand her faith and hinted at some hypocrisy on her part, saying Sanders is an unlikely public face for Mr. Trump, a twice-divorced connoisseur of grievance. Sanders, of course, had a perfect reply. "I certainly didn't approve of a couple of Trump's comments. But at the same time, we were looking for a commander-in-chief, not a pastor." She continued. "Oftentimes, people want to make politicians perfect. And that's one of the actual beauties of Christianity, is understanding that no one is. Yes. It is so great to have a woman with so much grace serving the White House. President Trump is by no means a perfect man who is, but by no means does that disqualify him or those who serve him from being Christians." Sarah Huckabee Sanders again showed class and tact against media skepticism. Share if you love having her as President Trump's press secretary. HT New York Times. Pure genius. Trump just revealed the truth about him and Mueller. Now Dems are freaking out. The media has been trying to create a massive firestorm over claims that President Trump plans to fire Special Investigator Mueller, something Trump has never said. Well, sorry suckers. Y'all just shoved a some foots in your mouths and Trump made you eat your words. Look what he's been up to with Mueller. Donald Trump has been in contact with Robert Mueller throughout the investigation. His lawyer revealed earlier today that Trump has been sending friendly messages back and forth with Mueller for quite a while now. Trump's lawyer John Dowd told USA Today. "We get along well with Bob Mueller, our communications have been constructive, but it is important that our communications remain confidential. It's important that there not be any breakdown in that trust." Makes total sense. According to Dowd, Trump appreciates the work Mueller has been doing to get to the bottom of this investigation and is confident that, once settled, he will still be president and the whole thing will be disproven. This is not Donald Trump's first rodeo in the courts, folks. No sir, this man is a fighter. People sue billionaires all the time, but Trump hates to settle or lose. If they think he will go down easy, they are in for something else. Share this out only if you support the president and leave a God bless Trump. Trump's lawyer just came out and revealed something that'll bring down Obama for good. One of Trump's attorneys, Sekulows, said on his radio show this Tuesday morning that he has discovered an email that connects Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton's infamous scandal on the tarmac to Obama's White House. This is massive and it will prove how much the Obama administration was panicking after the meeting to spin the narrative. Sekulows said in the show that he has found an email that connects Obama's White House to AG attorney Lynch. Sekulows then played a clip right after that linked to a video clip of Press Secretary Josh Earnest denying the involvement of the White House. The show also covered the fact that the redacted FBI email addresses could be James Comey, according to Christiana Leala. "This is not something that we can take sitting down. The Obama administration seems to have worked hand in hand in the Hillary campaign to lose the election. They probably thought they would get away with it because Hillary would win. We need to show the whole world the crimes that Obama's administration was involved in. If we don't get this information out there, then the media will cover it up. Please keep fighting, patriots. We are going to win this country back no matter what. Huge when Sarah Huckabee just proved New York Times lies in most epic way imaginable. The New York Times thought they were such big dollar hit yesterday when they leaked a climate report that allegedly proves humans caused global warming. According to them, scientists were worried Trump would hide their report. There was one big problem with their BS claims. Enter Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Yesterday, she smashed the lying New York Times claims about their leaked report by revealing the one thing they didn't want anyone to see. Sarah Huckabee revealed the article leaked to the New York Times was actually a publicly available draft. Huckabee told a gaggle of White House reporters on Tuesday afternoon. It's very disappointing, yet entirely predictable to learn the New York Times would write off a draft report without first verifying its contents with the White House or any of the federal agencies directly involved with climate and environmental policy. As others have pointed out, and the New York Times should have noticed, drafts of this report have been published and made widely available online months ago during the public comment period. The White House will withhold comment on any draft report before its scheduled release date. Damn Sarah. You go get 'em. The White House is not gonna even comment until after the official release date for the report. See what I mean? So, there you have it. The New York Times was so intent on being heroes instead of journalists that they published a document claiming it was leaked from 13 federal agency scientists and didn't even bother to confirm. Sad. Do you think these journalists have abused their First Amendment rights? Comment your answer and share this out with everyone. North Korea just announced where in the US they'll shoot their missiles first. This is awful. Trump's challenge has been accepted. North Korean state-run KCNA news agency reported moments ago that North Korea will turn up the heat a notch. It warned that it would carry out a preemptive operation if the US shows any sign of provocation. North Korea has now warned that they are considering a strategy to strike Guam with mid to long-range missiles, according to Reuters. Nuclear bombers from Guam fly above the sky in South Korea and are flexing their capabilities of striking North Korea's strategic bases. This is not going to end well. Should the US do a preventive war? Here is what President Trump said back in 1999 in an interview on launching a preemptive strike on North Korea. There seems to be a military conflict coming. The only good news out of all this is that the US has a THAAD anti-ballistic missile battery on the island. Share this if you are praying for our president and our troops. We are America and we will not back down. The last thing that Kim Jong-un will ever do is fire a nuclear missile. We will fire back with a fury and force never seen in the region before. When Trump just went to speak on opioid epidemic, Melania did the incredible. President Trump held a meeting in New Jersey Tuesday to address the nation's growing opioid crisis. President Trump outlined the crises in no uncertain terms, saying at one point, "It is a problem the likes of which we have not seen. The opioid epidemic is ravaging the nation and people continue to die and have their lives ruined." President Trump is no stranger to addiction. His older brother died at the age of 43 after struggling with alcoholism. Melania then launched the hashtag Stop Drug Addiction headline. This is a big step for Melania, who normally shies away from policy debates. The move is reminiscent of Nancy Reagan, who publicly advocated the Just Say No campaign meant to combat the crack epidemic. Melania was next to her husband throughout the meeting, providing him support the entire time. Throughout the speech, the president made one thing abundantly clear. We will fight this deadly epidemic and the United States will win. This drug crisis is tough and has so far ruined countless lives. President Trump is tough too though. If anyone can put the brakes on this awful epidemic, it's him, and it's great to see Melania will be fighting right alongside him. HT Daily Mail